Hello, my fellow infinite beings of divine light. So, as we all know, we're witnessing our country's, the United States of America, is going through great tyranny right now. Because we have many tyrants inside of the government right now, many politicians. And we're going through an unhealthy process, and many of us are staying quiet about this. When truly what we need to do is give more of our energy towards a light. Towards the light. Now we question, what is the light? Well, it's energy. When we close our eyes, we believe that we see darkness, when in fact we see light. Darkness is simply the absence of light. And we're able to manipulate the energy. That's the beauty of it. We're able to envision, we're able to enlighten ourselves simply by being within ourselves. That is where I've realized it starts with a silence. Then I really do see myself, and then I am allowed to envision the way I want to be, and who I want to be, and how I want to live my life. Which I would say we all do. We're all infinite beings of divine light. We're all incarnated into this world. We are all, I would say, human beings having this human experience, yet we are much more. I would like to believe, and I believe, and I would say I know that we are source energy. We are pure, universal energy, living a human experience. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that great? Doesn't that feel good? It feels like an elevation to be a pure essence of energy. I love it. I love knowing that, because it takes away from the fear. Our country is in the turmoil of this racial war that the politician and the government's trying to force upon the people, based upon this old mundane thought process of race that we've been living in for years. For years. And I would say we have different species on this earth. However, we are truly from the same source. Truly. And the earth would go on, even if we destroyed each other. It may take millions of years or so, or less. But the earth would regenerate itself, because you can't kill the earth. The earth will find its way. We've had many ancient civilizations before us. We're simply a part of this world. We don't own it. We are much more than simply bodies on a planet. And we must give to our planet, because we are that energy. That is the energy that fuels us. Also fuels the life of others, because our energy affects others. Now, I know that I have to be held responsible within myself to not let my energy be dragged down and not let myself get into a slump, which I have been. And it's recognizing it from the inside, realizing that I'm not, so to speak, holding up to my end of the bargain whenever it comes to life choices, my life path. We are all incarnated into this world to serve our own purposes. That's why we're given the bodies that we have. A mistake was not made. You weren't incarnated into your body as a mistake. At whatever gender, it wasn't a mistake. Your soul did not press oops. It didn't press male or female and like, oh my god, I didn't mean to press that button. No. This color of the skin is simply just a part of the human soul, the human experience. Yet we've been told for countless centuries that one is inferior and the other is superior. Inferiority, superiority, major and minor. And in reality, those who put themselves in power and that we have put in power are a minority, while the people are the majority. Yet we are giving them so much power. The youth are becoming more drawn into the lies. They're eating the pudding because they're just looking at their phone, scooping it up, gobbling it up like nobody's business, and they feel entitled to. When we need to do something about it. I was born in the 90s, and those who are in the 90s, we learned the politicians are so old. We have to remember this and know this. Look at the politicians, those that are seeing themselves as the complete leaders. We put them in there, these career politicians. They're old. They're up there in the 60s and 70s. We have to remember they have been there for decades. They've lived for decades. So they still have this old thought process, this old belief system, these old programs that they're forcing upon people, such as this racial issue. We can make the change. We can change from this old unconscious state of being where it's always divided, when we can come together in unity. We do not have to see ourselves as black and white. We can see ourselves as beings incarnated into this world. Unique beings. Unified. We're infinite beings of divine light incarnated into this world to have a human experience. And during this time, to change it, those before us were way showers. Are we going to learn from those of the past? Or are we going to try and deny it and say it's always going to be the same, when we have the power to change? If we can change our own lives, we can change the world around us, simply by changing the way we manipulate and use our energy. We close our eyes, we think we're seeing darkness, but truly there is light. That is where imagination comes from, is the light you envision, you create through your energy. You want to be happy? And feel happy. Feel the energy of happiness. And while you're feeling that energy of happiness, envision what you want. We must envision what we want. We want a true society. And we want a revolution. We have to do it within ourselves. We want change. We must change within ourselves. And connect with those. When we connect our own source energy, our source, to what we want, and connect to our higher selves, our inner being, those who are drawn and on the same wavelength will come and join as we join them as well. Thus, when we continuously put forth that energy of unification through love, through light, and that we, our country, the United States of America, can change and will change, and that these politicians will be and are being shown for who they are. They're being brought out. They're exposed. We truly will create this change, and it will manifest. But we must love one another and see each other as true equality represents. A true essence of equality. We aren't doing that because we're not seeing each other as we would like to see ourselves. We are not treating each other as we would like to be treated. We have heard within our generation, we have heard that we aren't to judge another by their color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Yet, for some reason, we haven't chosen to back this up. We need to. We need to embody this and back it up. That is how we change. It's not how we want, but how we want the world to be. It's not just how we want to be treated. It's how we want the world to be treated. We want everything around us to change. It is not my selfishness of just me that I want to manifest. It is that I want the world to be a better place. I want my country to be a better place. I want our country to live to its true light, the way that it was created, truly for light. We leave behind the old thought processes. We learn from them. We must learn from what is right and from what is wrong to create a better future. We want change. We must start now. You are loved, and you are love in its purest essence. You are love. I am love. We are all love. When we pass, our bodies pass, bam, we're back into a non-physical source energy. So why are we afraid of death? There is truly no death. There is simply the passing of the body, laying to rest, and the soul passing from physical to non-physical. Yet, in both realities, both realms, we can still be love and light, which is who we are. You are blessed. Have a wonderful day, and night, and a morning. Always in a present moment.